The life lessons, challenges, and defining moments that shaped his voice as an author. Each episode explores the inspiration behind his books, the purpose in every story, and features select passages that bring his message to life. Meet his incredible friends and learn where his books are available, and how to stay in the world of storytelling and truth. Powered by SKST Radio Network and Street Grind Entertainment.
Hello, everybody. I'm back again. It's a Wednesday, and it's time to do another podcast. It's always a pleasure to be able to make it from one week to the next and from one day to the next as well.
Yes.
And today I'm honored to have a guest speaker, but I'm here to have...
Who started it, Shantice is the CEO, but
you're the spokesperson then,
I'm
right?
the spokesperson.
Okay, great. So, without further ado, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and then your company, or the company?
Okay. Well, again, I'm Natasha Rankins, the event coordinator for Positively Beautiful 2 in Positively Beautiful Courageous. And we are a community-based organization. We deal with at-risk youth and families, and we try to help them, give them resources that they may need in the community just to do better than they are doing. We also, we initially started out, it was just a women's group, Positively Beautiful. And the group started, my youngest sister started it because she suffers from anxiety and depression.
Oh, wow.
And so with that, she wanted to kind of form a safe space for people who also dealt with the issues that she did, and just be able to kind of start a little family where, you can get help. You have other people that are going through the same things, but so you really don't feel alone. So that's why it started.
Well, that's great. I always like to speak to people who are doing things positive for the community and trying to help others, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why I write books. I write books to help other people, to help themselves, basically.
Right.
So I have a series of questions that I always ask the people that come on here. So you are an event coordinator, right?
Yes, I am.
So what kind of events do you host?
Well, so I started myself, aside from Positively Beautiful, I am a game host. So I love bringing people together just to have a good time. So I love games. Like, my family does a lot of game nights. And so with us doing that, it just made me, I talk a lot. I like to, like I said, bring people together, have a good time, networking with people. And so I figured, why not be a game night host? And so I have a ton of games. I just come and curate a whole experience. So it can be group. You can do group games. It can be like a bridal party game night. It could be a date game night. I do kids game nights. And like I said, it's bringing people together. Some people are not extroverts, right, but coming to the game nights, you'll always meet somebody and you'll make a new friend.
So
and
you're
comfortable.
Comfort zone that basically allows them to open up and relax, right? And that's good, too, because then people feel at ease, and then they start sharing more. They're more comfortable. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, we actually did one. I did one last year just to kind of test it out, because I did it a lot for friends and family. So we tested it out. One of our sisters is a chef, so she cooked. We had drinks and everything, which was included. And then I had all kinds of games. We did board games. I made a big Jeopardy board. So we did Jeopardy. And then we love music. So I love music, grew up on music. Our mom was a singer in a band. And so music bingo is like a really big game that I do on a game night. So I printed out music sheets and everything like that. It's like a real bingo night.
So can you sing as well?
No, I didn't get that. A little bit. I feel like in the shower. Yeah, I could host.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say I could do that, but anyway. So Positively Beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you?
Positively Beautiful, I feel like everyone is beautiful. Inside, you have something that you carry that sets you apart from everybody else. And sometimes, again, people will feel like because you have certain things going on, you may not feel beautiful. But with Positively Beautiful, we are inclusive of everyone. So we try to help you find your purpose, let you know the power in your purpose, like you are here for a reason. And so that's what it means to me.
So when you do event planning, what kind of big events besides the ones that you're talking about? Like, do you do weddings and things? I mean,
I would love to. I would. So before I even got into this, I travel a lot. I've traveled a lot and I love to travel. And so I'm usually the one in our group of friends who puts the itinerary together, finds stuff for us to do, and just, I've done like little booklets for our trips and everything like that. So I'll do that kind of thing.
Right.
I haven't done weddings or anything like that, but more the events for Positively Beautiful. So we've done a financial wealth lab, which we just did that this year for the first time. So it was like a legacy wealth lab. It was free to the community as well. And you just come, and we had 3 speakers who talked about just getting your finances together, estate planning, anything with finances. So that was one thing that we did. We just did a youth vending event for back to school. We just did that in August. The beginning of this month. So we gave away book bags for the kids for free.
That's
We
great.
collected supplies. We gave away book bags, and we have 4 young ladies who are entrepreneurs. So they got to showcase what they made and kind of just getting their confidence up and helping them speak to the public.
Nice.
Because a lot of them are like really, really shy and don't talk, but doing that you have to.
There's some napkins over there. I know it's a tad bit
Just a
warm.
little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna put that back on, right?
That's fine.
Listen, there's an event coming up soon, right?
Yes, we
Can
have.
you tell us about that, please?
Yes. So next month on September 19th, we have our annual Health is Wealth workshop.
Okay.
So this is the 3rd year that we're doing this workshop, and it's great. It's another free community event, and it's welcome to men and women.
So what kind of stuff is going on there?
So for this, yeah.
You know I was gonna ask, right?
Yeah.
You came prepared.
So I
That's
came
good.
prepared.
That's great. She came
And look,
prepared.
and actually, that's our flyer right there.
Okay.
So that's some of the vendors that will be at the event speaking. So when you come in, what you can expect is everybody will have a small amount of time to talk about what they do,
Okay.
and then after that they'll talk, and then they have their own table, so you can go speak with them about if you want to utilize any of their services or anything like that. So they'll just be speaking briefly about the things that they do, and then you just break off and go talk to them. So it's going to be a great informative afternoon. We'll have health and financial providers. It's estate planning, financial coaching, CPR training, trauma preparedness, juicing, and complimentary massages.
Nice.
So we have some of the same vendors, and then we switch them up sometimes too,
Okay.
just to give it a variety, because
Right.
some of the same people come.
Right, and then you want to be able to let people see that you actually have different vendors as well,
Right.
too, because that draws their attention. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, they got all these different people. Right?
Exactly.
So that's great.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing what you're doing now?
So we've been Positively Beautiful for about 10 years.
Okay.
But in the beginning, it started out kind of just like a group of women getting together. We would go to like social events, sometimes happy hours and things like that. And then within the last, I would say 5 years, we kind of really stepped into our purpose of what we want to do with helping people, helping the community, giving back, volunteering. We also not last year, the year before last, we had a mentorship at one of the middle schools.
Really?
For 7th and 8th grade young ladies. So we went in there once a week. It was an after school program, and we went and talked to them about about life and just helping them kind of navigate through 8th grade, and they were about to go to high school. So just giving them like different little tips on how to navigate, how to deal with stress, how to deal with people in school that you don't get along with, if it's confrontation, all those kind of things, because we dealt with them. So
Right.
it just gives them a different perspective.
Right, and see, when you're speaking about schools, like I like going to the schools and talking to the youth and just
Yeah.
adolescents and just students in general. Right, I like to talk to them about about the struggles and challenges of life and not ever giving up, no matter how difficult
Yes.
life is. Right, so because we
Yeah.
know that all of us go through trauma, and
Yeah.
it's how we deal with it and how we allow it to not consume us determines whether we'll make it or not.
That's right.
So that's good. I like that. Let me ask you a question. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen or witnessed at an event?
Well, so our events are usually not crazy because it's it's
people
workshops.
are. People
People
are.
know. People are, but so we try to usually have like We try to curate a good experience that's like no craziness should go on. Because it's with your finances. We do that. We do stuff with your finances. We have things about your health. Another workshop we used to do was Power Purpose. Excuse me. And so we would have a speaker come and talk about where they started and how what they did to get them to where they are today. Like what was that thing that clicked to make you know, okay, this is what I need to be doing in life. So we haven't really had. I'm trying to really think because it is crazy.
That's a good
but I
thing,
don't
though,
think
right?
we had
You
any.
didn't have anything crazy happen, and that's
I
a
hope
good
it
thing,
doesn't.
right? Well, yeah.
Now you said it. Now
Something that crazy will happen.
I'm
Right?
gonna have to come back and be like Anthony. You just
So-
spoke it up.
So on the flip side of that, what was like one of the most memorable things that you've experienced while you were doing what you're doing? Because obviously the things that you're doing are very impactful.
Yeah.
What have you seen personally that really just?
So something that impacted me was when we were doing the mentorship with the young ladies. We did have one young lady who was very defiant. So we would sit the girls at tables. It would be maybe 3 to 4 at a table. They had to do activities together, but she never wanted to cooperate. So maybe that could be part of the crazy thing too. But she never wanted to cooperate. We had an art teacher in there with us and also the guidance counselor. So they would have to talk to her. But every single time she came in, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to say it. Like it was always an issue. So we just let her be. Made sure everybody else was doing what they needed to do. And sometimes it would be disruptive to the rest of the students. And so we would just have to not alienate her at all, but like sit her here and just kind of, ask her what's going on or have the guidance counselor take her because, like I said, it was disruptive. We might not be able to get through an activity. But afterwards, what we did do was just, talk to her, kind of see like, was anything going on at home? Was anything going on in like a particular class? And so it was, like we found out it was. She was having trouble in one of the classes. So we talked to her and try to let her know another way to go about it without acting out.
So
We
did
was
she get
telling
better?
her she did. But so we told her another way to go about it without acting out.
Right.
Because we were letting her know acting out it's not helping you. And you're still in the same position that you were when you first started school. And so by the end of the program, and it might have been about a month and a half that we met with the young ladies. She was doing better in her classes. She started to participate, and she was very standoffish too in the beginning, but we had a award ceremony at the end to let them know they made it through. We made awards for everybody, certificates for everybody, and she did good. She was helping at the end. She hugged everybody. Like her parents came and just said how proud of her that they were and just thanked us for being in the school and helping her.
That's good.
And there was a few parents that told us that they were like, my child didn't open up. They didn't want to talk, but just seeing how we impacted the girls. And then on the flip side, they impacted us and they didn't even know it.
So you all made a difference, right? And so it's a great feeling when you see the rewards of what you've been able to accomplish and what you're doing for others to help them. That's wonderful. So obviously you're in a business. As far as making money, I know that a lot of people want like all these big events and all these certain things.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran into customers that wanted all of this but didn't have all of this money?
Well, so far, we don't really have. So what we do, again, a lot of the things, we're a 501c3 nonprofit.
Okay.
So a lot of the things we do is free. That's why we do a lot of the free community events. We are always looking for sponsors for like the things that we have, even with back to school, or if people want to sponsor, we always looking for sponsors. So right now it's really us just putting the money into, getting everything taken care of. When we have to rent to a rental space or purchase food or anything like that, we're taking care of everything right now. So we look for sponsors, we look for members, we look for volunteers, because we also volunteer at Seton Youth Shelter. So we do that too.
So what I like to do with my guests, right? I like to jump around a little bit,
Okay.
because what I do when they're done, they're ready for anybody to ask me any kind of questions, because I'm all over the place, if you will. So you describe yourself as the eldest of 5, and you say you naturally became the extra mom.
Yeah.
What did that look like for you growing up?
Helping my mom so it's 5 of us.
Right.
And like you said, I'm the eldest of 5, so that just looked like me helping a lot with my sisters and brother. And so between the sister right after me is 5 years, and the youngest one is an 8-year difference. Just like kind of to put it in perspective, but they would, come to me with like questions about things. I think looked up to me just as much as they looked up to our parents. So it kind of puts a little bit of pressure on you
Yeah.
to make sure that you're doing the right thing, because it's like these four little ones that are looking up to you. And so if I did anything crazy, they would have followed me doing something crazy. So I had to really be like on the straight and narrow until I got to high school. Then I was able to have a little more freedom.
Right.
But
I know exactly what you're talking about, because I was the oldest and I made myself the man of the house, right? Because my father wasn't, I didn't have a father growing up. And it was real challenging, right?
Yeah.
And so on to my next question. So do you think having the responsibility at a young age caused you to grow up faster than some of your friends?
I don't think so, actually, because we were in a 2-parent household, and so our parents were very involved in everything that we did. One thing I always tell people, because we are really, really close, my siblings and I, and we're real close with our mom, was real close with our dad. He's not here anymore, but we were a very close-knit family, and we still are. And so one thing I tell people with us, like, we may not have had everything that we wanted, but we always had love. And so, it shapes who you are. Just having that there, like, it could be times when you want this, or you want this outfit or shoes or a certain food, and say, y'all can't get that. It's too many of us. It was 7 of us all together. But just with the love, and honestly was our foundation. And so I think we're not all the same. We don't all have the same personality, but you can just tell that everything is rooted in love. So we care about people. We I want to make sure people are included. We want to make sure you feel cared for. So
that's good, because a lot of times, like when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of things, but we had love, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what sustained us, basically.
yeah.
So and to me, it seems like you've always been that person that's always doing and taking care of and being there, right? Yeah.
Sometimes more than I need to, because sometimes doing that, you kind of put yourself to the side.
Right. And so let me ask you a question then. So when you're always the person taking care of everybody else, who takes care of you?
That's a good question. So what I have been doing, because with being the oldest, it's not like I have an older sister or older sibling, to go to. And with my mom, with our mom, we have a great relationship. So if I need anything, I can always go to her. But sometimes you don't think about that, because you're like, I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm self-sufficient. I'm going to do what I need to do. But what I've been trying to be intentional about is having more me time and more self-care, because it's so important. And some people don't, use the hustle and bustle of life and work, and then more work, or if you have a business or you have extracurricular activity, it gets so busy. And so that's what I try to do. So I try to set, I do massages. I try to do like spa weekends, spa days. Sometimes I'll just sit in the house, read, listen to music, watch a movie. I'll go on solo dates sometimes to take myself out to eat, go to the movies and stuff like that.
And I know you might know this, but even therapists get therapy, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because if they're the ones always helping and doing and providing and being for everyone else, in order for them to not get burnt out, they have to find a way to decompress and also, be able to regroup and come back and be stronger, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, therapy is great in addition to the things that you're talking about,
Yeah.
So, question. Do you think being the extra mom shaped the woman that you are today? Did it shape who you are, and how so?
I think it absolutely did. I think just having some of those, kind of taking on some of the responsibilities, I think it did, because it made me aware, of other people. I think that's definitely how come I'm so caring with helping with my siblings, and just being a helper. Like, I think I've always been a helper, and giving, and okay, you need this, just with having them and making sure they're taken care of.
Right.
So now I'm like that with everybody, for the most part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get to a point where you're always doing and providing and being, right, how do you deal with someone who continually takes your kindness but doesn't give back anything? Doesn't give anything back.
Like, it's not reciprocated.
It's not reciprocated, but because you've been doing it for so long, that's all you know.
Yeah.
But you have to figure out how to break that cycle. Right?
Yeah, it's hard. So I agree. I have experience that, and it's kind of hard because you are used to like here, you don't mind, you just give it selflessly, like that's what we're gonna do. But also I had to learn how to say no.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard because you don't want to.
Right.
Because you're like, if they need help, even if they ask you 50 times, you'll still be like, I'll help you. I'll do it. But I had to learn how to say no because my peace and sanity is more important than whatever they probably need.
Yeah.
And especially if you notice it's a pattern and they know you're going to do it, they'll continue to ask until you say no. So just doing that, and then also cutting some people out of my life. Sometimes, they'll say like you're in somebody's life for a season or a reason or a lifetime, and you just have to really pay attention to that. Because you can cut somebody off and then you'll notice, or I have noticed, it's not even a loss. Like you lose nothing, but you actually gain some clarity, you gain some peace of mind. So it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and because what happens is when you always giving and always saying yes, people do take it for granted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, it saps you of everything that you have because you're giving, and you don't realize how much is taken from you because you're so used to it.
Right.
And then sometimes when it's time for you to be there for somebody else or for yourself, then you feel inadequate, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be very careful with that.
Yeah, that's true. Because you won't have anything left for yourself.
Right.
You'll feel drained or like wonder why you're feeling like that, and it's because somebody else done sucked you dry.
Took everything.
And it happens.
And
Or
keep going.
Or sometimes I've noticed, I could be talking to someone, or any of us could be talking to someone, and they're going through a spell or something detrimental to them, but because they're putting it on you, you kind of start feeling like that, like it's your issue, and it's like, you can't do that.
So on to this, women supporting women. You heard that before, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's actually happening like it should?
I think it could be happening more. I've seen it more lately with women supporting women. I feel like it's always been out there, but we haven't done it as much as we should. But like I said, now I see it a lot more with women's groups, with like what we're doing with more women in the community, just getting together and doing things. And with you asking that's definitely one of the reasons why Positively Beautiful does a lot of our workshops to include women, because we have people that we're connected to that we use to give resources to anyone that needs it. And I haven't seen a lot of that before. Now just you can come into a workshop and anything you need, we're able to give it to you. It can be like for your health, for wealth. It can be if you're having types of thought like suicidal thoughts, we definitely deal with that. If you're having mental issues, we have surrounded ourselves with people that can help in any aspects.
So you think you should be called an event coordinator when all you guys are doing is doing all these different services and providing all these things? So when I think about event coordinator, I think about you guys are gonna set up tents and y'all gonna do this, and right? You're gonna charge for all these things, and I'm not hearing that. So
I think I say event coordinator because when we have our workshops or any of the events that we do, I'm mostly in charge of it. So I'll try to promote it and reach out to people, get people to come. We're posting what we're doing. So I think it's not like a typical event coordinator.
Not at all.
It's like a different.
I've been misled.
I know. So I'll print out flyers. I'll drop flyers off to different places. I'll ask them if we could put our flyer up or something like that. So I'm thinking just for us, event coordinator is just like, okay, this is the event. This is where it's going to be at. Now I need to just get it out there so we can get people to come. And we collectively promote everything, but usually I'm like the spokesperson.
Okay.
So
since this is a business, right? What is the hardest part of, you might or might not know this, the hardest part about running your own or collectively, you and your sister?
It's very hard. Well, it's only 3 of us.
Okay, so what's the
right
hardest
now.
part? What's hard about it?
So I think we have separate duties that we do, but it's with it being 3 of us, it kind of all merges into the same because we have to all promote. We have to all get people to know about what we're doing. We go together and we shop, and so we really do everything together. So I think it's just the hardest part right now, I would say, is just because we're smaller. So just with getting everything done, it's kind of taxing because it's only us 3. So I think that is part That's like the hardest part that I've noticed, because at one point there were more people as far as just volunteers. So we can usually, and we do have other women in our group that are volunteers, and they'll help us if we need to, set up something, break down something, or in any kind of like form of fashion. Like we ask them, they'll be there. But just with everything else, it gets taxing with it just being us three.
So Natasha, let me ask you, have you ever gotten to a point where you wanted to give up because it was just so difficult? You did? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me why you didn't give up?
Because it's bigger than us, just like what we're doing, and we've just seen how much it has really helped a lot of people. So you get into this, I feel like, okay, here we go, we have this event, so we have Health is Wealth. We want all these people to come out, so we promote, and sometimes, I'll say if one person comes, this is how I feel. If one person comes, we did great. Because sometimes you can have an event and nobody may come. So a lot of times we'll notice that we've been promoting for like a month or 2 months and nobody's gotten any tickets. Nobody's registered to come to this event, right? And so now it's a month, still nobody. It's 3 weeks, still nobody. Mm-hmm. So then we're like this, oh, should we call it off? Do we need to cancel it or whatever? You know what I mean? And then we always go through this. Like once in a while, we're like, should we cancel it? Nobody's coming. It's just going to be us. We have to pay for this space. We got to do all of these things. And then I'm like, we can't make people come. I done already reached out to everybody. They already know. But I always say, I'm like, if one person comes, then we did our job just to reach one person. And then what happens like the week before, everybody's registering. It happens so much, like getting tickets and everything. And we're like, oh, so we're gonna be good. And so then it'll be like a packed house, and you just get to see how much of an impact all the vendors and everything have on everybody. And so that kind of is what makes you be like, we have to do it.
Yes, because you never know what's gonna happen at the last minute, right? Because you might 100 people might decide to come at the last minute, right?
Every time.
Like people that like to do things at the last minute.
Yes.
That's how life is, right?
Yeah.
So it's getting close to a break. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a break, and we'll be back after this.
From the heart of the coast where the waves rise high, they magazine we lift and amplify. Stories of love, of strength, of pride. Giving back, standing tall, side by side. We are the rhythm, we are the voice. Community rising, making bold choice. On short drive, we shine, we soar. They magazine, forever, evermore.
BooksByAnthonyOwens.com.
Hello. Welcome back. Today I have Miss Natasha Rankins, and she does event coordination kind of stuff.
Event coordination, secretary stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like encompasses
what?
everything, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, basically, Positively Beautiful.
Yes, Positively Beautiful.
But didn't you guys change your name to something else? Let me hear
So
that.
it always was Positively Beautiful. When we started out, it was just women. It was just a women's group.
Okay.
So women's organization. So we started out as that, and then just this year we changed it to Positively Beautiful / Positively Courageous. So the Positively Courageous is the men's side.
Oh.
So that's what changed. And then we have Positively Beautiful 2, which is our it's like a subsidiary under Positively Beautiful, and that's what this the workshops go into Positively Beautiful 2, because that's our nonprofit.
Okay. So before the break, we spoke about a workshop that's coming up Saturday,
Yes.
September 19th.
September 19th.
So I would like for you, because you said you had some more information about that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Let's talk about it.
So again, this is it's our 3rd annual Health is Wealth workshop, and the information is right up there on the screen, and that's some of our vendors that will be speaking there and giving us a wealth of knowledge that we all can learn from and utilize in our day-to-day activities. It's on September 19th. It's from 2 to 6 p.m. It's at Cabral Printing, which is at 5241 Cleveland Street in Virginia Beach, and it's Suite 112. You register on Eventbrite. So again, it's a free community workshop. You just have to register, and space is limited. So if you want to be in the place, I urge you to register now.
Is it like in a park or?
No, it's actually right in an event space. It's just an event space.
Okay.
Yes, it's inside.
A real event space?
A real event space.
Okay.
And it'll be vendors. So I think we have about 10 to 12 vendors. They'll have tables set up. So when you come in, you'll sit down. Each of them will speak a little bit about just to give you kind of an idea of what's going to be going on. Each of them will be up in front speaking about what they do briefly. Not even 10 minutes probably, or no more than 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
They'll talk about what they're going to do, and then they'll go to their respective tables, and then you can go see them individually if you want to utilize any of their services, learn a little bit more about what they do.
Okay.
So they'll all speak, and then you go break out. We'll have light refreshments. It'll be some music playing. It's just good networking
like
too.
Some chicken and hamburgers?
No, that's not light. That's not light refreshments.
Okay,
It'll be
bad.
like some fruit, some crackers, and some stuff like that. Water. I don't know what else we'll have, but we'll have some.
So basically, we're not going to get full when we go, right?
No, you're not going to get full. No, and it'll be something along the lines of health.
Oh.
And being healthy. It'll be healthy stuff. But also one of the vendors is a juicing guy, and so we had him last year. Amazing. Awesome, which is good because he does different juices. Like a lot of people are into juicing nowadays.
Right.
And so he makes shots to help you with different things like your immune system.
Like ginger and all the different stuff, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll have free samples of that if you come.
How many free can I get?
I don't know. It'll be up to him. He's very generous though.
Okay.
And then you also can purchase them. So he'll have some for purchase. But also if you want to taste, like we were trying everything last year, the ginger shots were strong.
They are strong.
Those were, oh my goodness.
They're so good though.
So he'll have that. Edgar Casey will be there, and they're doing the complimentary massages. So you come, you sit, you get a massage. That's, complimentary, which is a nice addition. We always have somebody there doing massages. We had a different young lady there last year, but we'll have 2 massage therapists there this year. So that's nice. A nice little addition. Yeah, that'll be a nice addition. CPR training, you'll learn how to do that.
Right.
We have estate planning, which is very important. I didn't really know about it until we met the young woman who's doing it for us, but it's important for everybody to have estate planning, to have a plan.
Right.
You don't think about it, and people don't want to think about when something happens, but she tries to urge you to do it before it happens so you're all set when it happens.
Because you never know when it's going to happen. And
right.
I want to give a shout out to not a shout out, but a friend of mine. I was just up in New York, and I met with him on Friday for lunch, and some other men came to see me because I guess they wanted to all see me.
Yeah, of course.
We
popular.
had breakfast. We had breakfast and everything. He took me to meet his son and his grandson. And this is on Friday. I flew back on Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday they told me he had passed away.
Your friend?
Yeah, he was 66 years old.
See?
And my condolences go out to him and
My
to his
condolences
families.
too.
And
Yeah.
his son called me
sad.
today, right? He called me today. He didn't even have my number. He had to get my number from somebody else.
Right.
And he wanted to tell me that when he met me, he and his dad were not in a good space. And I saw the look on his face when he met me.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to know that it wasn't because of me. It's just that something that was going on
What they were
with him.
going through.
And I told him that shows his character, the character of him being able to call me with all the stuff going on with his father just dying, just
Yep.
so he can tell me that it wasn't about me, it was what was going on with his father. And I reached out to him and let him know, now that you're going through all this, I'll be there for you. If you want to talk about anything, just give me a call. And said he loves that, and he would definitely do that. So
Yeah, that's
somehow there was a
awesome.
connection that was definitely made, right? Because
And
his
it was
father
important.
really wanted me to meet him and his son. He just really wanted me to meet him.
See? And you don't know why things happen.
No, I
and they
don't.
happen right on time, and you needed to be there because life is so short. I know we always say it. It's like so
It is.
cliche, but it's so true. And 66 is young.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
66
so
is
it's
young,
just, you have to like make, you have to plan for just anything. Just make sure you're okay. That's why we also push like just being healthy. You think I'm this size or I eat this way or I don't eat a lot of sweets or whatever like that, but you really may not know what's going on. Like,
Right.
are you going to get your physicals yearly? You know what I mean? Are you going to get checked? Like, say you have a headache, but it's constant and you don't know. You're like, oh, it always happens. It could be nothing. But if you don't get it checked out, you won't know that it could be another underlying condition.
And that's why I talk about things like that on my podcast. I mean, my live show. I do lives on TikTok as well.
Okay, I gotta
talk-
check you out.
Yeah, I talk about men seeking therapy, right? Men being able to be vulnerable to say, you know what, they can show their emotion. It's okay to cry, right?
Right. They need to have as safe as a space as, women. You just feel like we're women. So we show our emotions and everything. And sometimes men are not allotted that space.
Right.
And they need it. You have to.
Right.
Because just like you say, when you're always doing this and you're the strong one, then who can you lean on? It's the same thing men, I think, feel like you have to have this persona, like I have to be strong.
Right.
I cannot cry. I cannot show my emotion. But you need to, and you need to be able to have that space.
Right. So let me jump back into the questions to make you feel uncomfortable again, right? What would you tell your younger version of yourself who didn't yet know where life would take her?
I would tell my younger self to do every crazy thing that you wanted to do everything that you did, because it's going to shape you. It's going to make you who you are. And even if you fail at something, don't give up. If that's something that you really have your heart set on and you want to do, try again.
So what are you most proud of about yourself?
Let me see. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is making people feel loved. I think that's what I'm most proud of.
Really? Mm-hmm. So if you make people feel loved, have you ever loved somebody from a distance in order to protect your own peace?
Yes. Sometimes you have to, yeah. Sometimes you can meet somebody and it's a great person and you have a great connection, but you know that together it's not, it's not the right thing for either one of you. Or it can be you're not good for that person or they're not good for you. So I definitely have. It's hard when you do that, but it's for the betterment of both of you. So it's something that you have to do.
And so since you're so engaged with people and talking to women and men, what do you say to a woman who feels like she doesn't have a circle, that she doesn't really belong anywhere? Like she doesn't feel like she belongs
She
anywhere. What would
belongs
you-
anywhere.
Right. What would you say to her?
And she's not in our circle.
Right.
I would tell her to come. I would tell her to come to our circle, because although I understand you're feeling like that right now, I feel like you just have not met the right group of women.
Right. And some people are afraid, right?
So a lot of people say, you want to be in a place that is no judgment, right? You feel free to do whatever you want to, like, be yourself, do what you want to do, and you're not judged for choices you've made or the life you may have lived because you had no other choice.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So something like that, but we really pride ourselves on anybody is welcome. We don't do click, because sometimes you even get around people and it's like, in our big old age, it could be cliquey, or oh, I don't feel comfortable because, they're together, they're talking. I don't feel like I can go say anything to them because they're looking at me funny. I don't even like putting myself in places like that. So I've said, I just recently said this to somebody, that I went somewhere with a friend to somebody, to another friend's engagement, and got there, and I'm like, hey, hi, like I'm always smiling. I give them out daily, honestly, because you never know who needs a smile. I have a story about that, but I give them out, all the time. Like, it doesn't cost anything. But I went in there, and then one of the young ladies, like, kind of like side-eye me or look funny. So now you're not comfortable. Right. So I just don't like being in places like that and knowing how that feels. You don't want anybody to feel like that. So if she felt like that, you don't have to say anything, but just come to an event we have and come sit with us, and then tell me how you feel after you leave here.
So you say you love traveling, right?
I do.
What's one place you visited that changed your perspective on life?
One place that I've been to, Barbados.
And how so? How did it change your perspective?
Because they are the most hospitable people that I've ever met in my travels. And I've been to Mexico, I've been to Canada, I've been to, where else? Jamaica, like a lot of different places. But Barbados, they're like, everybody there, they were so hospitable, so nice. So you just feel like you're home. Right. And I've never felt like that in any other place. And so just with being in a different country, you just kind of know how it could be if like we were like that here. Because you just need, like I always say, like love is, I think it's the core, but just going there, and they don't know me from a can of paint, but they treated everybody like you were family. That's good, right? Because that's that hospitality, right? Mm-hmm. That makes a difference. So you call yourself a free spirit. What do you mean free spirit? Free spirit, I just not, because sometimes you think free spirit like you just go where the wind blows you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I'm a free spirit because I don't put too many like demands on myself. But I just like to experience life and experience things and just open to different things. So I think that's why I say a free spirit. I like to try different things, and it may be something that is not typical for us to try. Like I've been skydiving before. I've done that. I used to ride motorcycles. I don't anymore. So just, I'm just like, very adventurous then. Yeah, I feel like I was more in my younger years. Like now, I would go skydiving again now though. I would do that, but roller coasters. Too, right? See, it's a difference though. I feel like if you skydiving and bungee jumping they could probably sing, but I feel like they're different a little bit because I feel like the core. I don't want to be on that core. I don't know. I think it's just mental. But skydiving, I did that at 10,000 feet in the air in New Hampshire. Where you had tandem? Yeah. It was tandem, But I kept, like, when it was time to jump, I kept going, nope, I don't want to do it. Then the third time I did it. And then I was like, this is amazing. Because you're just floating in the air, and it's just like you have no thought or care in the world. And it's real peaceful after you free fall for like 20 seconds, and then you're just floating. Yeah. You're an optimist, right? So, has there ever been a period in your life when maintaining that optimism was difficult? Yeah, I think, it has been. Like, I really do try to see the brighter side of everything for the most part. It's not going to be like that all the time, but the times that being optimistic will be hard is just when something is going on with like family or friends. If somebody is not doing well or sick or something like that, like really, really sick, I think it's just that would be the time when it's hard to be optimistic. Like you try to kind of be strong for everybody else, but it's hard because you don't know what's going to happen. Because for that would be the hardest thing for me. Because even sometimes I think like at work, people get stressed out over little things or something that's not going their way. And I try not, like one of my coworkers, I'm like, girl, I tell her, don't worry about it. It's nothing to be stressed out over, especially if it's something that you can't control. Right. Look what someone said about you. Said, you are so special and I'm so proud of you. That's my mom. Hello, Mom. Hey, Mom. That's good. See, she's proud of you, right? That's great. Yeah. She's awesome. Like for all of us, that's how we are. Like her and our dad, such great role models, and just instilling in us like you can do anything you put your mind to, don't give up. They told us we're beautiful every day. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on outside. They used to tell us this all the time. It does not matter what's going on outside of these walls, because we grew up in the Bronx, South Bronx.
I'm from Brooklyn.
See, we grew up in the Bronx, in the South Bronx. It's projects, but where we grew up, it was called housing, but it's the same thing. We lived on the 16th floor, all of the, in these high-rise buildings, and life, it was hard. You know what I mean? But it's like you don't really realize it until you leave. So with them, it was things going on outside. You go outside. I remember playing with my sisters and my brother one time, and somebody literally was outside, like, shooting up the block. And we outside playing, so I'm like grabbing them real quick. I was just a teenager. Grabbing them real quick, getting under like this cement turtle that was outside until it stopped so we can hurry up and run upstairs. So just, stuff like that.
And you know what? Growing up in New York and being from the city, as much stuff that was happening, it taught us a lot. It taught us how to become resilient, right?
Very much.
We had to think on our feet, right?
Quick with it.
We've learned a lot. Because we had to.
Yeah.
And
you had no choice.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice, right? So, as much as I had like a terrible time growing up, poor as heck, and all the terrible things I've gone through, I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change the experience for nothing in the world, because I wouldn't know what I know now, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the person that I am now because I hadn't gone through anything.
Yeah. It makes you so thankful for what you have now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I think not all, but a lot of New Yorkers are naturally like hustlers, and so you grind. You have to make a way. Like our dad did it. You know what I mean? He was very active in the community too. So I know that's another reason why we are like giving back, just doing things. We had a catering business when we were young. Him and our mom cooked, and we used to like deliver meals to Montefiore Hospital.
Yeah.
Yes, we used to do, so we would like deliver them, and we were young, but just like instilling that stuff into us, like it doesn't matter. You have to work, for what you want. Nobody's just going to give it to you. And so we grind. When I first moved down here from there, which was like 20 years ago, I remember working at a pizza shop in the office, and then working at one of the pizza shops. Like I'd get off there, go work and do overnight as a shift leader, because money is different. You come from up there, you making a certain amount. Coming down here was like a pay cut, so it's different. So I was like, I need to subsidize this money like I'm missing. So it's just in you. Right. It's either in you or it's not.
That's true. So yes. So let me ask you a question. So when people hear Natasha Rankins or Positively Beautiful, what do you want them to remember about that name or remember about you?
Me, just, I think for me, that I always have a listening ear and always have a helping hand.
Right.
It made you feel like you mattered. That's what I want. And for Positively Beautiful, it's basically the same thing. We want people to know, like, you can come here. It's always a space for you. If you need help, you don't ever have to feel like you're alone. You know what I mean? And we'll be there to guide you through whatever you can. Like, we'll have the resources to help you. We'll help you. That's our thing. And just community. Because you have to, like, you need each other, but you have to do it together in order for things to work. So a lot of people kind of forget about that part. So we definitely about.
So I didn't forget about that story that you were going to tell me about the smile.
Oh, okay. So I always smile. Just because, like I said, it's free. But one place that I used to work at, excuse me.
Now take your time.
Because I know I'm talking a lot.
Well, that's why you're here, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to be quiet now.
So, this, one of the places that I worked, it was a woman that I work with, and we used to take the elevator every day. So we would get to work around the same time, get on the elevator around the same time. And she always kind of had like a scowl look on her face. And I'm always like, good morning. Anyway, I'm still going to say good morning. Right. Good morning. We go to the same floor, get off, whatever. But I'd say it probably was maybe like a week or 2 weeks that went by, and she always looked the same. And then one day, on the way to our lunchroom, it's like a little area that you can get soda machines. So I was in there, and she came in there, and she was like, she said she was going through a tough time. She was like, I just came in here to let you know, I had been going through a really tough time, but every time I would see you on the elevator, she was like, you would make my day.
Oh, wow.
Just smiling. I didn't know her. We
Right.
weren't in the same department, but she said she was going through a tough time with her daughter, and she was like, that really helped me. Now, this time she wasn't doing the scout look because she came with them, but so I just say that to say, like, you never know what people are going through. We know that, but it takes nothing to smile. Because that's probably like the only smile she got those days. That's what I felt like, just because of what she was going through, that wound up fixing fixing itself, and she was okay. But just for her to tell me, I was like, see, you're doing the right thing, girl.
So let me give a shout out to SKST Radio. I tell you, these guys are amazing. If you guys are interested in doing a podcast, SKST
Come do a
Radio,
podcast.
SKST Radio at gmail.com. And they can hook you up. They are really, really, really reasonable. So how can people get in touch with your organization, with you, or any of those?
So again, we always looking for sponsors. We appreciate anything and everything. We looking for members, and members would they would have to pay. It's a monthly fee. I have to look and see what it is, but they would be active, like helping us with events and promotion and any kind of duties that we need. And then volunteers usually will come out when we're doing something. So that's like if we like I said, we used to help Seton Youth Shelter, so we would go in there and do stuff with the girls and activities, so they would volunteer to do that. I think in May they had a Kentucky Derby, so I went and volunteered like for setup. So just things like that.
Right.
Any type of thing. It's always some outreach, something that we can do, and the more people we have, the more we can do.
So how would a person get in touch with you?
We have Facebook.
What's the name?
It's Positively Beautiful / Positively Courageous on Facebook. We have our Instagram. It's the same thing on Instagram. It's Positively Beautiful / Courageous on Instagram. So we have those two ways right now. We are working on our website. I'm going to have to send it to you because it's not up yet. Right. So that'll be like the main way for them to get in contact with us. But right now it's just Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And then for the event in September for Health is Wealth, it's they can register right on Eventbrite, and that's under Positively Beautiful as well. Let me grab my phone just to make sure.
So while you're doing that,
because I don't know if it's a link, but
yeah. So while she's doing that, so everyone who knows me or don't know who I am, I'm an award-winning author. Please take a look at my works on www.antowens.com. That's www.antowens.com. All of my books are available and Audible as well too, for those who have those busy lives and don't have time to read a book. So
yeah, I'm excited about reading your books too.
So I want to.
Nice.
So did you have anything else that you want to?
So yes, so if you want to go on Eventbrite to get a ticket and register for Health is Wealth, it would be, I'll say it slow. It's the whole link. It's https:// third annual healthiswealth.eventbrite.com. But if you go on Eventbrite,
and you could if you go to Eventbrite, you could just do a search for workshops and it'll come up.
Right, you could do a search for workshops. You can actually do a search for Health is Wealth. So
okay.
You can do a search for that. And again, it's under Positively Beautiful. And then you go ahead and register. Like I was said earlier, space is limited, but we would love to see you there. So definitely come out September 19th if you are available. On Instagram, I'm just pulling up our page
and that's from
here.
2 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m.
Yep, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
It's a good idea to give them a time.
I know, I didn't tell them the time.
Just show up, y'all. Right? We won't need a time. Just show up.
September 19th. Health is Wealth. The address again is, I'm going to give you the address real quick too. It is
5241 Cleveland Street.
Cleveland Street, Suite 112.
Yeah.
2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Again, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. September 19th. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's Positively Beautiful It's Positively Beautiful Courageous. No spaces. So Positively Beautiful Courageous on Instagram, and then on Facebook it's the same thing. I'm just double checking. and it is Positively Beautiful / Positively Courageous on Facebook.
Well, it looked like towards the end you start speaking up a lot. Like I got to shut you down. But listen, no, I'm getting ready to end the podcast. But I want to say thank you all for hanging out with me again. It's been another wonderful show, and I appreciate having Natasha Rankin on.
Thank you for having me.
And
I was nervous in the beginning.
Yeah, everyone is.
But no, this is great. You are good at making people comfortable, I'm sure, because then after a while, I start flowing.
Well, thank you. So until next time, have a wonderful evening, and thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Books by Anthony Owens podcast show. We hope this was a conversation that truly inspired you and gave you something meaningful to carry forward. We appreciate you spending this time with us, learning, growing, and embracing knowledge that truly matters. Join us next week for another powerful and uplifting episode of the Books by Anthony Owens